Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Wednesday evening reading sprints. It is going to be super chill tonight. We're probably just going to hang out for a little bit. I'm going to be reading from Blood and Ash, which I am currently about 270 pages into. And then, I might do some editing. I do have a video I filmed just before I jumped on here that I need to edit as well. But most of the time, I want to prioritize reading because I'm behind on my reading for Spoopathon as well as for my Pick From TBR. So, yes, I have had one hell of a week already and it's only Wednesday. So, yeah, I'm going to definitely tell you some stories tonight. That is totally fine, Jane. I know you're not here, but you'll be popping in later. I'll be keen for you to come back when you can. Hello, hello. I am absolutely loving From Blood and Ash. It is surprising me. And Hawk, oh my God, he is like my new book boyfriend. He has just like stood up for her in this scene and like, yes, very good. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you're going to be reading, what you're going to be working on, etc. Quickly finishing an assignment, then we'll open up and read 13. Love 13. It's such a good book. I hope you're enjoying it. Have you started it yet or not? Ash says hi to everybody. Happy hump day. Yeah, absolutely loving From Blood and Ash. It's so good so far. I hear that the ending is disappointing, so that's where it loses a lot of people. So I'm keeping my expectations low, but so far I really am loving it. You have this Audi too. So my friend Hannah bought it for me for my birthday. And just after she bought it, they released the plant one. And I love plants. Like I'm a huge plant mum. And I was like, is it bad if I want to buy the plant one and end up with two Woodies? And I was like, it probably is considering I live in Australia where it's too damn hot for two Woodies. Finishing the last book in the Fallen World series. I heard you talk about that on someone else's live the other night when I was in the chat with you, and I haven't actually heard of the series. But I remember them talking about it, and it sounded really good. Nice. Haven't started, and that's why I want to finish my assignment quickly. Fingers crossed that you can get it finished in one of the sprints or so you can pick it up tonight. Fingers crossed. I don't know how long we're going to hang around for. Probably no later than 9 o'clock-ish. Because so on Monday, I had a hell of a day at work. There was some crazy people calling. So I work at an allergy and immunology clinic, and people are angry that we can't do medical exemptions so they can't get the COVID vaccine. So I've got people like abusing me, threatening to commit suicide. It's a whole fun time. And then Monday night I came home and I had food poisoning. So I was up from like probably 11 p.m. till about 4:30, vomiting and things. It was not a good time. And then I had to work a 9.5 hour day on the Tuesday. So yeah, if I fall asleep on the keyboard, like you'll just have to like, I don't know, do something to wake me up. Message me on Twitter until my phone vibrates or something. I shouldn't though. So the series, the Fallen World series, is by Laura Thalassa. I need to look it up now. Otherwise I will not remember it. Thalassa. It's not she has a lot of series. Have you read anything else by her? I'll be finally starting my first book of Spoopathon, which is the Moon season, but I definitely need to have a shower in the first sprint and then I can finally dive into my book. Yeah, I always feel like 6 o'clock is like a bad time because everyone's getting ready for dinner and whatnot, but if I start any later, I will fall asleep too quickly. And if I start any earlier, everyone hasn't finished work. So, yeah. Yeah, so it was like almost like 11:30 to 4:30 in the morning, like 11:30 p.m. till 4:30 in the morning. I didn't sleep, so that was great. The Bargainer series is fantastic. That was the one I ended up clicking on when I went to her as an author. But I'm going back and I'm opening the Falling World series now and having a look. The cover is stunning. The War is Sounds good. I hope you're enjoying it. By the sounds of it, it would be enjoyable. Finished The Gilded Cage today and then ended off. Oh no! Oh, I won't be able to watch the vlog because I haven't read it yet. I'm sorry, but I'll remember to watch it when I finally read it in like a million years' time. So the video that I filmed today is I'm calling myself out and talking about all the series I'm currently in the middle of. I want you guys to guess how many series you think I'm currently in the middle of. I want to see how bad you think I am. I've already exited the house once though, so I'm not as worried. Did I miss something? Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, about COVID. And that's the only book I've read this month is The Gilded Cage. You know what? I've only read 3 books this month, and one of those was a DNF. So I'm not doing much better. And then I'm due to finish this one. I mean, I was like, I'll finish it tonight, but I really won't because I have like 6 hours of the audiobook left to listen to, like real time. I'll probably use my 2 hours on the train tomorrow to smash out more of 13 though. I read it all in one sitting. I couldn't put it down. It was amazing. So I hope that you have time when you start it to continue. Hi. How's your new job going? Are you enjoying it? I love your outfits of the day. Like, I just want to steal some of your clothes. They're amazing. Paige, you have so much faith in me. Oh, that's mean. It's not that bad. Oh, that is totally fine, Paige. That's fine. I've read that one, so that's all good. I just will be adding it to the shelf whenever you get around to it. That's fine. And with postages being the way that it is, I wouldn't have even noticed because everything's delayed. My Fable Crate box hasn't even arrived yet, so I'm a rep for the Fable Crate, and my rep box hasn't arrived yet. And everyone who lives overseas internationally has received their box already. So shipping is just shit at the moment, so that's fine. I meant for the fact I haven't started 13 yet. Okay, yeah. Lol, I need to do a video for that too because there are so many book series I've started but not finished. What's even more embarrassing is how many series I own at least the first book of and haven't started. Like, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Okay. I finished 4 books under 200 pages and I'm 550 pages in it. You get so much pages read in your weekend. Like, I see your tracker on Instagram and you're like 50 pages during the week, and then weekend comes around and you're like 400,000 pages. That is much closer. That is much closer. Definitely. Hello, Paige. That would have been funnier. It would have been better to have that as my number. It is 52. I currently have 52 ongoing series that I am in the middle of. Yes. New job is going fantastically. Feel free to message. I brought a lot of them recently. Oh, about your clothes. I really liked the combo that you did with like the floral shirt and the pink like over the top. Like you had like the cardigan over the top. That was really pretty. Thanks, but no. Yes, very much. It's accurate. Sorry, you were semi-close. I mean, I'll probably be there by the end of the year because I can't help myself. I don't continue series. I just start new ones. Hello, Ash. It looked amazing. I loved it. And I loved the fact that you wore your Buzz Lightyear t-shirt under your other shirt the other day just so you hit the star prompt. You have a way with making things twist. I love it. I more have a couple of series where I have one more book in the series to finish. Oh, you're so lucky. Like, I realized when I was going through filming this video that like out of those 59 or whatever it is, how many it is that I'm through, 52 that I'm in the middle of, 2 of them probably I've read more than book 1. Most of them I've only read book 1 and haven't continued. I'm terrible. The Buzz Shirt was definitely everything, Ash. 100%. It was amazing. So are we thinking we want to start with a 40-minute, a 30-minute, an hour? Like, what are people thinking for our first sprint? I think I'm going to read in the first sprint and then edit in the next one. Because I just want to keep reading because I pulled up, I've been listening to it on audiobook and I pulled up like right at a really good scene. Should probably get a timer ready. Mm-hmm. It's funny, I have so many series to finish, but then I end up rereading a book. I have not reread I have not reread a book in a really long time. Unless the Kill Order counts as part of the series, in which case there's 2. Does it? I don't know. Maybe. 1 hour or 45 minutes is great. I vote we do a 45er. It describes my problem-solving twisting ability as finding unconventional solutions to higher order problems. I'm totally stealing that. That is fantastic. I knew Ash was an intelligent man, but that just proves my point. Yes, so let's do a 45er and we will jump on at 15:15 and go to the hour. That sounds like a plan, I think. The video I'm doing, I was too lazy to grab all my books off the shelf. So now I have to edit in the photos of all the series. And I realized it would have been less effort to just pull the books off the shelf. But that's fine. The Kill Order is considered a prequel. So I guess technically it counts. If there's more of a series to finish and I don't have active plans to read more than that month, then I'm not in the middle of a series, because if I find more, it will be from the start. Fair enough. Some of the series that I'm in the middle of, I read book 1 in like high school. So I still remember it, but I'm probably going to have to do like a recap if I continue the series. Sounds good. I know it was a prequel and that was why I was confused. Yeah. I mean, I think a prequel still counts in a series, doesn't it? It's just a prequel. Yeah, I would say it still counts. Mine is too. Don't worry about it. Especially when it comes to books. Like, I remember vague details. And I remember, like, I'll look at a book and I will read the back and it will spark my memories to what I read in that book. But if I just look at the front cover, I'm like, I've read this book, but I don't remember what it's about. Then I read the back and then I remember. But if it counts, it means I have 2 books to finish for that series, not 1 more. Oh, okay. You can read book 3 in the series and then the prequel is optional. That's how we're going to put that. Because otherwise, if I had to read all the prequels and the 0.5s and 0.5s of book series, it would be even longer. So I'm happy to count it as not part of the series if you want to do that to make you feel like you finished the series. According to my spreadsheet, I finished 14 books this month so far. I couldn't even tell you the titles of all of them without looking. I feel that. Someone said to me the other day, they're like, what's your favorite book so far this year? And I was like, what books have I read this year? Like, I couldn't think of whether it was this year or last year that I read a book or what books I've actually read. So yes, I feel that very much so. I'm just chilling and looking after myself post shower. Eventually tonight I'll dive into it. I'm not procrastinating at That's fine. We can call these procrastination sprints if you want, Paige. Anyways, let's start this timer and get some reading done. We will see. I actually have to share it with you guys if I'm going to turn it on. Idiot. I always forget to get it set up. Share screen, window tab, timer. I will get my shit together eventually. I promise, guys. Happy reading. See you soon. How did we all go, guys? I managed to get 60 pages read and some of my images created for my video that I have to post on Friday. The only book I have a large amount of unread is The Twisted Tales. I have read all but 2 of the ones that are released of the Twisted Tales. Erin, why you gotta call me out like that? We're all as bad as each other by the looks of it. Yes, chaos is definitely accepted around here, that's for sure. Hey, Tracy. I'm trying to read Artificial Condition. My reading's going terrible this month. I can't seem to finish anything. I think a lot of people are in that boat at the moment. Like, my reading's definitely slower than it usually is. Hello. I hope dinner is going. I don't know what that sound was that came out of my mouth. I sounded like Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello. I hope dinner is going. Cooking is going well. How far into June are you? Thank you for joining. I don't know if you're still here, Ashley. I did say hi to you when you first popped on, but if you're still here, let me know. I know, it was so cute, wasn't it, Jane? Oh, it was adorable. That noise scares the shiz out of me. Sorry. I was planning on having a better timer, but because of chaos and I forgot to get it set up, it was the loud beepy noise. I'm sorry. Fed people and cleaned up, so now I can read. What a day. That's the way you want to be. I started getting a bit hungry in that last sprint, so I might eat some dinner in the next one. Great work, Tracy. 8%. Yes, thank you, Jane. It is a beautiful cake. 35 pages read. Nice work. But I'll call it 6 chapters since it sounds more impressive. Yes. Does that mean you finished your assignment, or did you just put your assignment aside and was like, I'm just going to not do anything right now? Hi, Amy. Not reading at the moment, but in the middle of Skyward, so maybe next sprint or the sprint after. That is fine. We'll probably be here till about 9 o'clock-ish, so you should probably get some kind of reading done. Are you enjoying Skyward? That's by Brandy Sandy, right? Just got to part 2. How many parts are there in June? I feel like it's a huge book. It's a chonker, isn't it? I want to read it, but I'm so intimidated by it. Had your shower and you're feeling much better? Yes, probably going to start getting set up to cook dinner in the next sprint because I'm hungry too. I'm still in that in-between stage where, like, I had food poisoning and I feel like eating, but I don't know what to eat because my stomach is still, like, not 100% happy. So I'm thinking I'm going to cook some hash browns and maybe have, like, some eggs on toast with hash browns because that just sounds like what I feel like. I don't know why. Eating breakfast for dinner, the joys of being an adult. I got a good chunk of it done, and 13 was taunting me. I'm glad. No, that is fine. You can sprint tonight and assignment tomorrow. That's fine. KFC for dinner, and now eating ice cream. Yum. KFC, I nickname it Dirty Bird. I don't know why I can't call it KFC. I call it Dirty Bird. What flavor ice cream are you eating? Because now I'm jealous that I don't have ice cream. Brandy Sandy. If I ever became an author, I would have to change my right name. Like, it couldn't be Crystal Campbell because I want someone to be able to create a cool, like, nickname like Brandy Sandy as an author. Not that I would ever write a book, but, you know. But this is like the 4th read through of it. Oh, super biased. I don't know how people reread books so much. Like, I have too many books that I need to read of my own, like, to reread something else. Yes, need dessert. We should all just eat the minion cake. Is there enough to go around for us? Love runny eggs with hash browns. Yeah, I'm sold. We got an air fryer and I've been air frying my hash browns lately. It's been so good. And then I found out that you can air fry eggs and make them like hard boiled. So I might just make some like hard boiled eggs and hash browns because then I can just chuck it in the air fryer and come back and read. And it'll be ready in like 15 minutes. I know what you mean about an iffy stomach. I'm getting over a migraine. Oh, Migraines suck. They just throw you through a loop and then you have brain fog for like ages afterwards. You haven't heard Brandy Sandy before? Yeah, I think the first time I heard Brandy Sandy was on Jade's or maybe Becca's channel. They kind of refer to him as Brandy Sandy all the time. Oh, the best kind. Wait, is it mint choc chip or just choc chip? Because the difference is like chalk and cheese, really. Nice. My initials are CAC, like Crystal Ann Campbell, CAC. It's not appealing as a nickname. And like my initial KC, I could be like Casey, but like everyone would be like, spell it CASEY or something. I don't know. Yeah, we got ours for free. Anthony's mum was getting rid of hers or upgrading to a bigger one. And she's like, here you go, you can have my old one. And I was like, thank you very much. Okay. Oh, that's such a shame. It looked amazing. At least you got a photo of it before they demolished it. But at least it tasted as good as it looked. I think if I use my initials and author, people would think it was my pen name, E.L. Franklin. That would actually be a pretty good pen name. See, I'm not a fan of hard-boiled eggs if I can avoid them, but I've discovered if I do a hard-boiled egg and then put a little bit of mayonnaise over the top and sprinkle some curry powder, it's like curried eggs, but like quickly. And that weirdly just sounds like what I want to just eat right now. Ice cream does fix all, except for the fact that the thing that I had food poisoning from was a cheesy garlic naan, and the cheese is what got to me. I haven't been able to eat dairy for the last couple of days. If I eat any dairy, my stomach's just like goo 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 goo, making all these noises. It's just not a fun time. It's still good. I would love ice cream right now. Always say Branderson Sanderson. Ah, I love that. My initials are IF. Wait, okay, I need to ask you this. Is it Iola or Lola? Because I've always said Lola and you've never corrected me, but then I heard someone call you Iola the other day, and now I'm like, I feel like I'm a terrible person. Because obviously the capital I and the capital L look very similar, and now I'm questioning my entire life choices. I think it's Iola though, because it looks like it's IF. But please correct me so that I don't say it wrong every single time. Mine's and. Oh no. At least your middle name is an F, a Fiona or something. So many people made fun of me in high school and was like, oh, KFC, KFC. Yeah, I'm glad it was an F, but I still got it, even though my middle name was an F. Hi, Mel. How's your reading going? Yes, we are planning dinner. I will most likely be cooking dinner in the next sprint. I was talking about I had food poisoning on Monday. My stomach's still not happy, so I'm thinking I'm going to be doing some hash browns with eggs. God, I want hash browns and eggs now. I can't even make my name different with a middle initial, Amy L. Woods. You could be A.L. Woods. A.L. Woods sounds like a really good pen name. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Yes, I do that to a hard-boiled egg. How do you like? That's how you make curried eggs, right? When you make curried egg sandwiches, is you hard-boil eggs, you mash them up with curry powder and mayonnaise, right? Well, I just do it the cheats way and just put a little bit of mayonnaise and some curry powder. Done. Hi to Paige's mum. I hope that you had a good conversation with her and there wasn't any bad news. Where from? Because we've been eating Indian tons lately. It was from the new Indian kebab store at Edgeworth. So I should have known, but I thought I was safe with a garlic bread, like a cheesy garlic naan. I was like, I'm not getting anything from the Baby Marie. They're making it fresh. It should be fine. But no. So Lola, it's correct. It's just spelled with an I. So you do pronounce it Lola, but it's spelt with an I? No wonder we're all confused. I like the twist on it though. Initials are AFS. At least it's not L like AFL. That's the hardest part of me ever thinking about becoming a parent is I am so nervous about what I'm going to name my child because there's just so much pressure about the initials and their nickname and what kids will make fun of these days and who that is named after. Like, I have to be careful it's not a book character, or people will be like, oh, you just named it after a book character. Oh, it's like, oh, oh, Paige, you guys are so freaking cute. I also got made fun of because of my initials are actually ET. Oh, yay! Good work. What book did you finish? Should we read it? Tell us on your book. Yeah, it's been a hell of a week. I've just been lack of sleep, not feeling well, but that's fine. I'm here and I'm reading and I'm getting some editing done, and that's my night. It's fine. I'm really glad elves are tall in Lord of the Rings because otherwise it sounds like my initials are a mean, ironic nickname. Oh man. That's a bit unfortunate. PLB. Oh, PIB. Is that an I or an L? It's so hard. PIB? Yeah, PLB. Or more commonly pleb. Isn't pleb like the Aussie slang for like someone who's like low income or like low brain function, like a pleb? I don't know. Maybe I'm getting this wrong. Oh my god, I'm so far behind on comments. You guys are so quick. I wish I had 2 F names, so my would be FFS. That would be great. You need to just legally change your name. Mine is just the same as the first 3 letters of my name, TRA. It's good to know. I just had creamy pumpkin and zucchini pancake. Oh, that sounds amazing. Only good news and chit-chatting. Perfect. That's what we want from mum calls. To be fair, I know someone who called her daughter Jupiter, so in respect, having the initials aren't too bad. I mean, Jupiter's not like the worst name that I've heard. Obviously, working in an allergy and immunology clinic, we have a lot of names come through the clinic, and I try not to judge, but man, there's been some weird ones. Paige, I feel like I need to mandatory report this as abuse to your child. AFS wasn't fun as a kid with a curly fro. Aww. But your hair's so beautiful now, so it's worth it. Oh, thank goodness we've been eating Indian from Darby Raj. No, Darby Raj is great. You will never have any issues with Darby Raj. Darby Raj is like, oh, I miss Darby Raj. But because of the 5 kilometer LGA issue with traveling, I haven't been able to get Darby Raj. But my massage therapist is across the road from Darby Raj. So I used to get Darby Raj after my massage. I want to, if I ever have a kid, call them ABCDE. I'm a monster, so I would have trouble not giving my kids a name that would be some kind of jerk. So a girl I work with, her surname is Hall and her partner's name is Taylor, and they're going to have the kids hyphened, like Hall Taylor or Taylor Hall, and she goes, I don't want it to be Hall Taylor because it'll sound like Hall Table. And I'm like, it's not that bad. I was a similar boat. I had a random stomach bug over the long weekend. Oh, terrible. Hopefully you feel better now. It was Solutions and Other Problems by Ali Brosh. It's a graphic novel memoir. So good. Was that on your TBR, like a roll of Frites? Because I feel like I have heard you talk about this before. Oh, it's a shit time. MJS. Like Kanye West kids' names. Yeah, they're terrible. Juniper sounds cool, but at the same time, he's not exactly the best of Roman god characters. That is fair. Anthony keeps joking that he wants to name our son Heracles, and I'm like, it's not happening. It's just not happening. Just no. Not that I'm pregnant. Just so you know. I've come across some doozies too, and I do judge, only not to them, of course. It's silently judging behind their back. It's the only way to do it. I have the same middle name as my mum, so when I was little, I thought everyone in the family took on mum's middle names, like taking dad's surnames. It made sense to me. I have my mum's middle name as well. So I'm Anne and she's Anne, so that makes sense. And in Anthony's family, his tradition is that the firstborn son takes the father's first name as his middle name. So Anthony's dad is Ian and Anthony is Anthony Ian Jeffrey. So, I mean, it's not a weird tradition. Happens in some families. The horror when I found my dad's middle name was John or Leslie. All the pets growing up still get the middle name Leslie in honor of my little kid Logic. Oh, that's so cute. It was on your roller feeds. Okay, I'm not going crazy. I thought I'd seen you mention it. I have 2 graphic novels left for the rest of the month. I have Heartstopper and I have this one, Summer. So even though I'm really slow with my reads, I've only got 3 books left to finish for the month, and 2 of them are graphic novels. So I'm feeling pretty confident. We would hyphenate as well. I didn't take my husband's name. Woods Grayton. Yeah. I definitely won't be naming my kids after fruit like some celebrities. Rowan keeps joking about calling a child Hurricane. Yeah. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, someone's got to name their kid Hurricane. I'm sure there's a hurricane out there somewhere. Yeah, depends on the name. My kids are all named after five fictional characters' places, except Zola. Zola is a lovely name. I actually said to Anthony, I was like, you know what? I'll probably just end up just opening a random page on a book on my bookshelf and be like, this is what we're naming our kid, because I just can't even think about making that decision. Anyways, we'll probably do a 40-minute sprint at 20 past, and that'll allow me to go cook dinner and anyone else to eat that needs to eat or read or whatever you guys need to do. Twins, Benson and Hedges. Oh, who does that? Who does that? It's like high school only says it behind the back of the person. Exactly. Yeah, like it's terrible. Definitely hilarious, but definitely terrible. A name I've always wanted to name a daughter, Arwen. Arwen, did I pronounce that correctly? I cannot come up with a girl's name to save my life. I've got boys' names out the wazoo, but girls' names, I'm screwed if I have a girl. Emily Zola, the French author. There you go. You've got a Zola. My brother-in-law told my sister we were going to call their son Buckle. So they didn't end up calling their son after the boxer, the Hurricane, but his real name, Reuben. Fair enough. Oh, skipped. Same. I'm all for naming your kids whatever they want, but I wouldn't like to give others the means to make fun of them. Yeah, exactly. Yes. My brother-in-law has a last name of Garden, so it rules out a few options. So Hannah, the one who I was telling you about that has the hyphenated name, her parents wanted to call her Gemma, but her surname is Taylor. Sorry, they wanted to call her Jenna, but her surname is Taylor, and they couldn't do that because obviously it sounds too much like Jenna Taylor. Yeah. Anyways, let's jump on in for another 40 minutes. I'm going to go cook some dinner. And I will see you all soon. How did we go? I was listening to the audio as I was cooking, so I'm thinking I got 60, 40, 55 pages done. And I ate dinner. However, the most intense scene has just happened. It was like sex scene followed by action scene followed by death of character in like this boom, boom, boom moment in that last 60 pages. And I'm just like, my mind is blown. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm up to in the comments because I kind of chatted to a few people while I was cooking dinner. I did see that Jess is finally here. Hello. I did set the smoke alarm off while I was cooking, but my eggs and hash browns were delicious. That's what I'm worried about when I move out, setting something on fire and no one to warn me that is going to set something on fire. So the air fryer, I'd cooked something in and I hadn't cleaned it last time. So it was just, it smoked. That was it. And then the way that our kitchen layout is, I didn't have the window open and it sets it off really easily. Cheezels were on special at Coles and I had them in like a decade. So I bought some and now I'm just shoving them into my face because I'm hungry because dinner isn't ready yet. Cheezels are amazing. My go-to reading snack is Cheetos, but Cheezels are just as addictive. I spent most of the sprint eating dinner and preparing my stuff for my first in-person class since lockdown tomorrow. I feel like I know what to need, but also extremely unprepared. It would be so weird to go back after like having a huge break like that. Like, got to be weird for people going back to class after so long. Yeah, it really would. Like, Anthony's still working from home, but it would be really weird for him to go back into the office. Cheezels are the best. So good. My hash brown and eggs was just like exactly what I felt like. It was delicious. Are they like the proper Cheezels, like in the blue box, or are they the brand name knockoff ones? Also, how's everyone's books going? What are we thinking so far about books? I am like, it's going to be really hard for me to not finish this tonight. Like, I'm really enjoying it. I have, according to my Audible, I have 2 hours and 20 minutes left. But whether I finish it tonight or not, I don't know, because I know I'm going to get to that point where I'm just not going to be able to put it down. Yeah, the blue box, they're the good ones. I've been doing my last term online, but I have less than 2 months to finish and it's not a theory course. Oh, so you're pretty much going in to do all your prac stuff? Is that why? My sister says she never wants to go back to the office. She works at Centrelink. Oh, I can imagine why she wouldn't want to go back. My partner works in insurance and he has like a full setup in his room with like double monitors and everything. And he's just like, it's just so much easier because if I'm not in the office, then I don't have people like coming out to me, asking me questions and interrupting my day. 13 is very good so far, but I'm only 40 pages in. I'm trying to remember what happens like in the beginning. It'll get to a point where it'll be really hard to put it down. Great work. Really enjoying it. Fantastic. It's always good when you love a book that early on in the book. Yeah. What is it you're studying again? I feel like you've told me, but I don't remember because I'm terrible. That is fine, Mel. Pretty much all that happened was I almost set my kitchen on fire. I ate eggs and hash browns, and my book just had like the most intense scene ever. It was like sex scene followed by action-packed attack on the castle followed by death of main character. And I don't think that's a spoiler because what fantasy novel doesn't have the death of a main character or a character you don't want to die? I've been listening to Small Bodies of Water. It's a memoir, but I feel kind of neutral about it, like positive but not in love. I feels that. I felt that about the last book I listened to, which was Straight On Till Morning, which is the Peter Pan retelling. So I definitely can feel that. He just agreed to go on the case. Oh, okay, cool. Film and TV. Oh, okay. Yes, you have told me that before. Also, not actually reading, just watched an episode of Bake Squad. You know what? You're here. That's all that matters. And that sounds amazing. We have some great bakers here. I don't know if you saw the minion cake that was baked by one of the fellow sprinters. But yes, we have some good bakers here. I'm burning down the kitchen. We're making minion cakes. We're great. Got dinner cooking and eaten, just tied it up a bit, then I'll be able to read. Perfect. I just finished dinner, so gonna go eat during next sprint. That is fair enough. We'll probably go to the next one at 15:15 and do a 45-minute, I think. Yeah, wow, you're your own almost tragedy and then all that. Well, all that happened was the smoke alarm went off because my air fryer decided to smoke out the kitchen. But yes, it was quite funny because it was making the noise and I was like waving the tea towel on it while also like multitasking, trying to do other things. And like 5 minutes later, Anthony walks out and he was just shaking his head at me. Like he didn't come running. He wasn't worried that I was like dying or anything. I'm basically setting up something that's similar to a Bujo and I'm writing information across and cutting out tabs. It's fun, but it's boring. It sounds like it'll be productive though. I could never keep up with Bujos. I do everything in spreadsheets because then I've got it on my phone at any given time I can add to it. Oh, even like the box cakes. Can you make like a box cake or box brownies or whatever? They're pretty basic. Yes, how good did it look? I'm so jealous that her kids ate it all, so we didn't get to enjoy any. Everyone's eating cake and ice cream, and I don't have any dessert in the house. I have wasabi peas. That's like the only snack I have in the house right now. They really are. I didn't realize how much I love spreadsheets until Jade, not Jade, Paige from Pages with Paige. You all know Paige. Yeah, she'd like helped me figure out how to work my series spreadsheet a little bit better and whatnot. And now I'm just like obsessed with them and I use them to track everything. Like I track my reading, I track the books on my shelves, I track so much using spreadsheets. And we've had to set up a new spreadsheet at work. And I'm like, oh, I'll do it. Now I know how to use spreadsheets. I'm so excited. I will take that as the compliment. And your husband is an amazing man. I'm good at flavors, but not very good at decorating. Yeah, I'm the same. I make things for flavor, not for what they look like. I'm definitely not a presentation person. Rainbow paddle pops. I haven't had a rainbow paddle pop in God knows how long. Like, oh, I can't even remember the last time I had a rainbow paddle pop. And the spreadsheets is where it's at. If you need spreadsheets sorted, just talk to Paige. She's like the spreadsheet queen. But yes, so 45-minute timer. I'm going to get it ready now so it's not chaos when we need it. And see, I'm better at savory foods in terms of figuring out what to put in to like modify the flavor, but I prefer to eat desserts. I don't know what they are. The templates from Bookish KJ. As in spreadsheet templates? Because I have one that I use Corepile, which is like my rating system for what books I read. And then I have one for all my series, and I have that marked as like the series I'm currently in the middle of, the series I'm up to date with, the series that I am yet to start, and the series that I've chosen to DNF. Um, and then I did have one which was like all the books on my shelf, but I found that it was easier to catalog using Goodreads for the books that are on my shelf, though. Yeah, I've seen hers. Hers are absolutely insane, and she color codes hers and makes them look beautiful. I have my yearly tracking, collection TBR tracking, and book buying trackers all pulling data from each other. It's lovely. Oh, that sounds beautiful. I was trying to do like a book balance thing where I had like books I'd acquired and books I'd read, and then it was balancing it all out. But I kept forgetting to put data in when I purchased books, and then I was 3 months behind and I forgot everything and was just like, oh well, I'll try again next year. And I've been on a book buying ban for so long. I haven't bought any new books since like I want to say March. I've acquired new books, but I haven't bought any new books since like March. Because when everything went into lockdown, I just stopped going to op shops. Yeah, that's fair. I just find it really easy because I just have it on my phone. So I just like do it on my phone whenever I finish a book. I just add it straight to CorePile. Um, and yeah, because I don't keep my catalog books on there. What I do is when I get a book haul, I keep it kind of in a corner of my room, and then I film a haul, and then after I finish filming, I scan it, add it on Goodreads, and then emboss it because I have a book embosser, and then put it on my shelf. So that's like I make a day for it to film the haul and do everything to catalog it. Started listening to Two Towers early today, and I kind of want to listen to more, but it'll probably put me to sleep. Who narrates that? Because I thought it was pretty intense. I don't know why it would put you to sleep. I should, but I have no self control. I just ordered Once Upon a Broken Heart from my local bookshop. That's fine. We're probably going to be going until I did say 9 o'clock, but we're going to do one more sprint at least, which will take us to 9. We're going to start at 1:15. And then I'm just going to see how my book is going because if it's really good, I might want to stay and do more. But we'll definitely at least be here till 9. I spent the last 3 months staring at screens. I don't want to look at more screens afterwards. That is fair. I totally understand that. I recently just started tracking my buying because I've been buying more, but I went through and gathered order history from various sites. Ah, that's smart. Yeah, I think I'd be embarrassed if I looked at because I don't buy books anymore, but I've been downloading books from Z Library. So my ebooks have gone exponentially increased, but my physical books haven't really grown much except for like a couple of arcs I've been sent from self-published authors and things like that. I know Andy Serkin is going to narrate the more recent ones. Okay. Just listening to audio will put me to sleep. Yeah, that's why I read along with the book as I listen because it helps me stay awake. It's not really work at the moment, but yeah. But my book is so intense at the moment, it's going to be hard for me to fall asleep reading it. So it'll be good. I'm excited. Because I think I can, like, 2 hours worth puts me to what? 10, 10:15. Oh, it's a bit late for me, considering I have to be up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. But I know I won't want to put it down once I start. Rookie error. Because then every time you listen to something, it wants to put you to sleep. I'm buying so many more ebooks than physical books at the moment. I love my Kindle. I know I'm obsessed with it. I love that I can take it in the bath. Anywho, let's jump on another 45 and get some more reading done. See you soon. How'd we all go? I'm trying to figure out how many pages I did. 415. I did 71 pages that time. I'm on page 481. So I think I'm going to have to leave the last till tomorrow though, because I am getting pretty exhausted. Making my lunch for tomorrow, so then if I get caught up with this book and it feels bad about it, perfect. Yay! Because it's the most exciting thing for the end of the day. Like, this is the only legitimate reason to be excited. I'm telling myself I need to clean off my bed so I can sleep on it tonight. This is where you just like throw it all to the end and clean it tomorrow. That is precisely my life. Messy bed? No messy bed. I make my bed every morning, but I always have a pile of clothes sitting at the end. I've just been sorting out my stuff tomorrow and now I have crap all over it. Oh. Yay! Great work. I read another 11%. Fantastic. I got about 10 pages read, but it was 4 chapters. Yeah, I love how short the chapters are in that book. And I could have read 300 page books in this time. Yeah, but that's fine. You've been doing other things like eating dinner and not, I don't know, relaxing, whatever it is you need to do. You've had a busy day. Did you work today? Yeah, I assume you have a busy day at work today. Still working, chilling, and listening to music. Happy days. If you keep going, I'll read in the next one. I'm thinking I probably will have to call it. I don't know if you can see how tired my eyes are right now. But I'm thinking I need to be horizontal in bed. I'm probably going to listen to like 1 or 2 more chapters in bed and then fall asleep. Got about 10 pages read. I'm annotating as well, so it's taking me a lot longer. That is fair. Just been talking to my best friend about this page with awesome cake hacks. Stop talking about cake. Cake and ice cream is just what I'm craving right now. 14 pages in between kids that won't go to bed. Oh, damn kids. I am so used to not having to worry about children. My life's going to be a huge shock when that happens. I watched some booktube. Productive. Anything interesting? My bed is okay, but don't ask about my dining table. See, my dining table is always clear. And my bed is always made, but I tend to have a pile of clothes at the end of the bed. It's usually either my pajamas, like that I'm going to get changed into, or sometimes I'll come to bed and Anthony will already be asleep. So I'll just like strip off the clothes I was wearing, get into my pajamas, and those clothes will sit at the end. Oh, I'm so sorry I can't hang around for another sprint so you can get more read, but I believe in you. You can get it done tonight if you want to plow on through. I did finally get to buy new work shoes that I've needed since starting lockdown. Good work. Getting adult things done. That's what we need. I can't be bothered making my bed half the time. I'm just going to sleep in it again, so I can't be bothered. I remake mine because then I love the feeling of getting into a freshly made bed of an evening. I don't know why. It just feels more comfortable to me. And that's why I don't have children. I'm not sure I would go. No matter how much I love kids. I will just train my kids to read with me. I know that that's easier said than done, but if you make them bookworms from a young age, hopefully, just hopefully, I'll be able to get some reading in. If not, audiobooks are great. I can just put a noise cancelling headphones in and just listen to my. Oh, I sound like a terrible person. I watched a book haul on Jean's Bookish Thoughts. Nice. Did she get anything exciting? I love watching book hauls, except they just make me sad that I haven't bought any books. And it also makes me want to buy half the books that people haul. That's why I want to become a mum before I'm too old because I feel like I'll just lose my patience. It's like I have some patience now, but I don't know how long I'm going to have patience for. Nice. I'm so glad. Um, I am not actually on anyone's Patreon at this stage because I can't decide. Like, I love a lot of those like UK booktubers, and I would totally be on their Patreons, but I feel like I wouldn't be able to utilize it very much because of the time difference. If Paige gets a Patreon, I'll totally join it. All I wanted was my sister to leave me alone long enough to read mummies to make me play with her. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Um, I got almost everything that I ordered online so far. Nice. I have so many packages that are delayed, so I'm waiting on so much stuff. I can confirm that disappears between 30 and 35. Oh, as in the patience disappears between 30 and 35? Well, I'm 30 now, so it's gonna slowly come down. Yay. What did you get? What is your most anticipated? I'm worried I used all my patience with kids at work and not have any left for my own. Yeah, I can appreciate that. I'm just at all their $2 levels, so not a big cost. That is fair. Yeah. Um, I just know that like I probably won't have the time to actually utilize it. Like I barely have enough time to watch their videos now, let alone their additional Patreon stuff. Same, a lot of booktubers I follow do sprints at like 2 a.m., 3 in the morning, and I'm like, my sleep. Yes, I know. It's fun when like it's a weekend or I'm doing a readathon and like I've intentionally stayed up for it, but I can't do it on a regular basis. Like I have not been able to make it to any of the spookathon readathons because they all start at 5 a.m. And by the time I like get up, they're pretty much I join for one sprint, then they're done. We all feel you, Amy. My most anticipated was 13, which I'm reading now, but I do have Frost Heart now. Yay! I'm halfway through Frost Heart. I had to put it on the back burner because I had to worry about my own, like my TBR that are priority. But I'll probably finish it this month, I think. I've been waiting on Stay Gold since July. They had to do a reprint. Oh my god, that's so unfortunate. I'm still waiting on my copy of Empire of the Vampire. I know that Ash has got hers. And someone else probably has theirs too. Joe, but she's not here. Don't worry, Crystal. I'm the same age as you, and I think I lost a lot of my before. I think it's from all the unruly kids I've dealt with from retail. Oh, retail. I used to work at Time Zone. I worked at Time Zone for like 6 years. It did my head in. Yeah, that is true. That is a good list for it to be on. I don't think I have enough followers to bother with a Patreon at this stage. I'll probably wait until I get a few more followers. I'm going to run away, guys. Brain has stopped working. That's fine. I am actually going to call it probably pretty soon too, so that is fine. Thank you so much for coming, Mel. Yes, do it. Paige, you got to do it first, considering you have more followers than I do. I think Paige will probably do it when she hits 1,000. See, Paige has the ability to do so many extra videos than I can. So at the moment, like I do like one video a week and I struggle. So the only thing I'd be able to add extra is sprints, but like I have like 10 people show up to my normal sprints. So there's no point in doing a Patreon when it would be almost the same people coming, maybe. I don't know. But yes. I work at McDonald's. Made me not want a kid. That is fair. I used to work at Woolworths. Yeah. You could offer lots, I'm sure, Paige. Bye, Mel. That's who I work for. Mel, goodbye. Do it though. Do I though? Yes. You do have a lot to offer, Paige. I believe in you. 12 years is a long time to work in retail. Yeah, I did 5 years. No, I did 6 years at a fish and chip shop, and then I did 6 years at Time Zone. And in the crossover between those two, I did 2 years in after school care, vacation care. I don't think so. Is that a thing? I don't think so. Not to mention, we'd have to collab on stuff, and that's really hard because I'm here and she's in Orange. I think you're talking about working in retail. I love Marcus as soon as I finish my course next year. Yes. It's a good head start though, and like it teaches you a lot of skills that you can utilize in other jobs. So it's like not the worst. But I am thinking I am going to call it here, guys. My eyes are falling asleep. Thank you so much for all joining. I will be back in a fortnight's time for another reading sprint. So not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, just to do some more sprints and get through the rest of our reading. I think it'll probably be the last one of the month, so it'll be good to kind of get some extra stuff done. And yeah, thank you for joining. Hope you all enjoyed your reading and got some done, whatever it was. I am going to go attempt to finish this. I will probably read 2 pages and fall asleep, but I'll keep you updated on my thoughts, probably in my stories or something on Instagram. Thank you all for coming. Oh, no, clicked on the wrong comment. Thank you. Thanks, Crystal. Thank you. Yes, it will be 6 o'clock in a fortnight on Wednesdays. I'm going to do them every fortnight at 6 p.m. Unless you guys want me to start any earlier, but a lot of people said 6 was better because they hadn't finished work. Bye. Thank you for coming. I know Jane needs a little bit later, but if I'm here till 9 o'clock anyways, you guys can just come in and out as needed. But see you all in a fortnight, if not before. I don't know if Paige and I will do some sprints together at some point between then. We'll see what happens. Thanks, guys. Bye.